Alright guys, this is another video for the request thread over on the Wilderness and Survival Skills subforum. This is going to compare the original LMF steel with one of the softer steels from GoingGear.com. And let's see. We're going to use a couple different things to strike each one. The back of a knife, the striker that comes with the GoingGear, or sorry, with the LMF steel, and a hacksaw blade. So let's start with the LMF, since that seems to be the most common. The LMF steel, great steel for beginners. This is actually what I grew up on. Recently I've switched over to the softer ones, but great thing, it takes no effort at all to get a quick spark out of it. Doesn't matter what side you use, it just sparks very easily. Let's use the hacksaw. Oh, that's not from the LMF. It's a shaving left over from the GoingGear. I know it looked like that burned for a very long time, but that's not from this guy. You can use either side of this, or the back of a knife. Always going to work real easy. Great for beginners. The only downside to this really is that the sparks aren't all that hot by comparison, and they don't last very long. But if you have some nice little cotton balls, and I'm not going to bother putting petroleum jelly on it, make it last longer. There's really no need for this video. But if you have cotton balls for your tinder, it really isn't going to make much difference which one you have. Now let's get this out of the way, and onto the GoingGear steel. These are interesting. They are not nearly as easy to strike, but the shower of sparks that they give lasts a very long time if you get the technique down. So I'm going to start with the back of the knife, because this is what I carry, and I have a little sheath from Sharpshooter that holds both my knife and the fire steel, and this is usually in my back pocket when I go hiking. This is a little backup knife. So with these, you have to really apply some force and speed. If you go slow like this, you're going to get little curly shavings of steel. If you go real fast, it's barely going to do anything with light pressure. Now, if you go fast and heavy pressure, ooh, well, I hadn't intended to light that up just yet, but you see those shoots a lot of sparks. So let's see if we can just show. That's why I like them so much. These sparks last a long time, and they're very hot. Now, the other nice thing about these is, see if I can gather a little bit of this up in my hand and show you. I've already, save you the time on the video watching, I've already scraped a little of the outside off this one from GoingGear. And, you know, they both work fine, like I said, if you have some nice fluffy cotton tinder or something that'll light very easily. But where these really come into their own, even though they are a little harder to use, where they really come into their own is hard to light tinders. Well, yeah. That is not the fire steel, that is the operator error. These are sparks are going everywhere but where I'm aiming, and I'm sure that's because I'm doing this on a video. with that glowing, burning that hot, if you can't blow that into flame, actually, take this white tinder, that's more than enough to light it right there. So, it is definitely apparent that with just about any striker, the LMF is going to be a bit easier to use. And it'll light most good tinders. Let me try the hacksaw blade on this one. Eee. Nah, definitely prefers the back of the blade. No question there, for at least with my technique. No, I'm not trying to light that yet. I'm trying to get another little pile of curls. Well, that is basically the difference between the two, and you know, if you ever need any more sparks than that, there's always the cheater size. Definitely not something I want to carry around backpacking, but they can be fun just to play with. I mean, the sparks from these, this one hasn't been used in a while, so I gotta scrape the outside off. Eee. And now it's out. Well, that's pretty much how it works. The LMF is going to be easier to use, but the sparks are going to be much hotter and last quite a bit longer with the GoingGear and Firesteel.com steels. Clean that off a little bit.